Okay, hello all. We're just getting the stream started. Bear with me, I'm just going to get some music. I'm going to go with something a little bit, where do we go? We are old, maybe. Here we go. Let's go with one of these, okay? The volume's going to jump up suddenly, but don't worry, I'll bring it straight back down. Now, how's that? That should be not too loud. Just going to confirm that now on the YouTube stream, and we'll see if we are ready to roll. And it turns. Come over there, come over there. Go in here. And jump in here. Perfect. And just a little bit line. How's that? You're just yourself. Just sound a little bit later than usual, but it's Tuesday. We're in the Tuesday zone. And something like just a little bit more. Great. Right. Okay, so what are we building today, guys? So this is a mobile reference world. Why is this important or significant or in any way useful? Well, okay, quite simply, as you know, Horizon Worlds has become mobile and web friendly very recently. And there's a whole lot of new hidden controls that are sort of VR locked. Keep thinking about right now. Like we've got trigger boxes, for example, that mobile users can't put their hands into because they can't move their hands. So we need to put some thought into that. Luckily, Horizon has kind of done a lot of the heavy craft for us, it seems. And they've actually brought in a bunch of alternate behaviours, which is going to be great for us. I just get myself set up as we're going to open up the Lotus in about an hour and a half if anyone is listening. But this is just a very simple knock-up world that I put together in. To be honest, I want to say 20 minutes. It was more like an hour because of the amount of typing that I had to do, and I've got yet more typing to do as well. So before I get too much older, hold up, Jenny on the blow. Go to this. That's hilarious. I can't show you that picture, but that is so funny. So it's a picture of Charlene in build mode, but her legs appear to get by her face. That's so funny. That's every I'm not sharing that. That's up to the guy. They're in a different build mode. They're in a different build mode. So yeah, welcome guys to this well. Let's have a little show around. So all of this is an assortment of the new tools that you can use on mobile, which is quite nice, all laid out. I've got to just go. This is gonna be quite a boring build stream today, I'm afraid, because I've done the front row. These. I now need to do the back, so basically you're just going to be watching me type stuff. But unfortunately, can't all be play. Some of it's got to be a little bit of hard work. So I'm going to do my best to sort of talk to you as I do this. So I need to just open up a notepad sec because I do have all the types listed for my convenience. I just need to remember where the hell I saved them. So if I go into here, and I go into, is it documents? Whereabouts was it now? Is Horizon, poses, and inch. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Fish pass. Gosh, alright, we're good. God, let's just juggle some windows around now. Okay, how far did I get down to? I'm just gonna sort of angle this over here. I will be watching the chat, but I'll be focusing a little bit more on the keyboard. But yeah, do throw your messages in. I'll get to you so you can. Map was the last one I did. So sadly, I've got another 21 to get through, which is going to be fun. So without much further ado, let's stop talking and get to work. I say stop talking. I'll never stop talking. You should be so lucky. So, okay. So map was the latest one, so I now need to, in this document, try and work out what the heck I'm doing. Where is my mouse cursor? There he is. It's taking a little while. So, bloody hell. Oh, that's heavy, isn't it? But I already did publish this world earlier, guys, so you can check it out. It's so I can bring in my mobile and just have a look at all the different interaction icons, look how the first and third passing viewpoints can be toggled, the holding poses, which we'll look at in a sec. So this is going to take me out of a short amount of time. The more I focus, the quicker it'll go. So map was the last one. So the next one is the mouse left. I'm trying to type them exactly as I see them, but it's a stupid keyboard, I swear. Of course, I left the biggest bloody string in there as well, and I'm dealing with like serious memory issues. So here we go. Oh, mouse left. Okay, so oops. I did that toggle off. I wish I could use an actual keyboard, or at least import the text, because the caps lock keeps turning itself off. Because when you're using this accursed keyboard, you're forever looking what keys you're pressing. You're not typing. You're not looking at the text that's coming out at the same time, because you're trying to go as fast as possible. And it means you often get all the way through an entire phrase and realise that caps lock it just turn itself off, which is shit. I gotta be honest, a waste of time, because you're just gonna go back through it all and then read it, which is. Oh, come on there, headset. Link, don't fail on me. I don't need this. I don't need this. I'm gonna put my controllers down a sec. I'm just gonna sit here a sec. Link just loves to come across and just ruin my day. When I've got a lot of work to be doing, it just loves to come across and just make me jiggle all over the place and hit random buttons. So I'm just going to put my controllers down and make sure it's not going to do that, otherwise I'm going to have to plug in a cable. Right, I keep turning my head as well as I do that, so just check. Hate that. I think it's like Wi-Fi interference or something. Okay. So mouse left, great. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this up to here, because they're all going to get changed, and I just lock that in place. Wonderful. That's interesting. So you have a mod tool where you can make a mobile user dance or emote. We'll be having a look at this in a bit. We're working our way through the very basics and leading up to that. Stop. Now, that's particularly interesting why the keyboard decided to open up part over there. Part of my problem is I need to stay focused to be able to complete a task, because I have some attention problems, it seems, and little things like keyboards opening in the wrong place, randomly sliding off, caps lock turning off, or the keyboard disappearing on me randomly, just throws me off. I completely forget what I was doing. It's just all this context switching is just bullshit. I want to bring in just keyboard support, that would be nice. Right, so mouse left is the last one, mouse right. Cool. Superb on's the next one, that's 2 down. Who's it, 20? If I stop and go very quiet, it's because Airlink is deciding to ruin my day again. So I don't get this problem with cable links. There's definitely the Wi-Fi, but then I've got an entire mesh router system. I've got a slow Wi-Fi thing here. But I think there's slow, and then there's slow enough to support iRes VR with like 0 latency. Yeah, very different ballpark. I do hear a lot of sort of mumbles. Hi BG, how you doing as well? Yes, It's very white. It's a reference world. I may recolor it, so don't get too hung up on the colours. Just had another air link gas. I hope this isn't going to be a regular thing, otherwise I may have to quick come back with a cable. I keep saying it, but I'm not ready to give up just yet. I have seen it just fix itself. So mouse. Mouse scroll. Right. And next. Excuse me, I'm just gonna prize my headset up a little bit. Yeah, this world could really be any colour that I want. It's just white. Not it's only really meant as a reference chart. Think of it like a textbook. Not really meant as a hangout. Right, what the hell did I just do? Mouse scroll. So the next one's going to be pause. So the typing stem, we're on to the next level. I'm just going to go through and set the properties, and that doesn't take long. So I forget what I said. No, I think it was pause. What I've noticed is that even though these custom label images, action label images, are defined and selectable, when I came in on the Android app, I don't know if it's that's okay. Oh fuck, was it in? Yeah, the labels just showed a little finger with the thingy pointing. I don't know if that's only working on the Apple or it's just not working for anyone right now, but I'm assuming it'll start working at some point. You don't put in a feature like that and not, have it working. That's crazy sauce. We don't want that. Or it might just be I'm not doing something right. But again, I don't think you can bring mobile users into build mode, can you? So you kind of have to publish to see it working. So that's a bit of a shame, but. Right, pause. The next one was P-U-I, whatever the hell that means. P-U-I. P. What? Okay. Don't know why I set the longest possible string in here and then cloned it. I think it was to check the scaling. What? Oh, deletions to your thingy punch. No, I press caps lock. Why are you doing it in no case? We're getting there. We're winning the war. Slowly. Oh. Okay, so after P-E-U-I. Okay. Cool. It's weird, I actually only thought of making this world. What time is it? It's about 2 hours ago, actually. I was curious, because I know obviously mobile is becoming a big thing. And I know that worlds are being qualified if they could pass with mobile or not. And I know I've got a lot of stuff in my own world that use triggers where you put your hand in, because that's historically how it was always done. But yeah, no, embrace the new commands. They're there to be used. I haven't seen a great amount of learning being spread on them yet. I think people are privately learning stuff. But I'd like to try and make a video on it, but I'm going to have to bring in a mobile client to show you, which will be possible actually. Convoluted. Because I can use the bot to record as a mobile user, but then I need to get my voice from the non-mobile user. Yeah, long story. Okay, I'll figure it out. Don't worry, it's me. I'm very good at figuring things out. Right. So after punch comes purchase. Hello, thank you so much. I set caps lock on and sometimes it just turns itself off. And that is quite frustrating. Yeah, I'm so sorry about the boringness of the stream, but it's got to be done. This is an example of how arduous typing large amounts of text into Horizon when you're not on the early access program is. Because the early access people can obviously bring in scripts. and TypeScript, which means they can do all their editing on web browsers, desktops, etc. They've got access to be able to bring in type text, which is why when you go into the AA worlds, a lot of them have quite a lot of text in them because they're not actually using this in-game keyboard to type it, they're just importing it. Same with like trivia games as well. You know, it's like, if you try to make a trivia game, well good luck, you've got to sit there quite a long time using the stupid keyboard to put in all the questions. Yeah, it's not fun. It's really not fun. It's a nightmare. It's the sort of thing you do once and then you go, I'm never doing that again. But yeah, if you have to be on the EA program right now, you could be importing that text into TypeScript from desktop. So think about the amount of possibilities there. You know, you've probably seen the some of you have probably seen the jukebox that got leaked onto the Quest's asset store, so the Horizon World's asset store for Billboard. It was on there for like 2 days. It's where those silly music note things came from, which now everyone is using and abusing. But there was a TypeScript block in there, which is a new kind of block that I wager no one had seen who wasn't on the early access program before now. And you couldn't edit it, but you could read through it. Yeah, lots and lots of code in one TypeScript component. Not like our code blocks where we're limited to like 100 lines. But they had like references to external assets they were pulling in. There was a lot of good stuff going on there. It gives me hope and promise of the future of this platform. That's the kind of stuff I like to see. Yeah. That's the stuff that's going to be essential for the growth of this platform. However, it is not available to us at the moment. It's always good to mention this. I don't ever want to sound like I'm whinging. I get the purpose of early access, as frustrating it is that we're not all on it. I get that, but at the same time, they want it to be right. I do get that. But it's more just to mention it because when people say, "Ooh, can I like import my own models into Horizon Worlds?" and they're sort of coming in, I have to say, like, no, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't. I can't. Or can I bring my own images in now? No, you can't, and I can't. But this platform does support it, it's just not open to you and me. But yeah, it gives me hope for the future. Because all these things are now going to be possible. I'd love to go off and do what I'm doing in Banter, actually make the levels in 3D authoring tools and bring them in, texture up, map them, UV them. You know, optimize the sort of vertices to make sure they're performant. I'd love to do all that stuff, but it's yeah, not open to you and me right now. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I say, and I'm really sorry if that sounded like a whinge. It wasn't. It was more of a sort of a get ready. But we don't know in truth. As we were saying yesterday, it's a matter of when, not if. The if's already been answered. That was answered a year and a half ago. We know it's coming. We just don't know when. Is it next week? Is it in 3 months? Is it in a year? 2 years? When? Radio silence. Okay, so reload apparently. I should put in a little soapbox there. Yeah, still for all the icons that I own now. Still for all the icons that I've put in. You want to test them on mobile. They're all showing as just a standard finger. Hand and finger sticking out of it. So they didn't actually show custom icons at all. So I don't know if that's just a feature that's not quite implemented yet. And also, I'd like to address a lot of the. I've heard a lot of words and speak of people saying, "Hey, the new capacity limits that are coming in the 6 gigabytes." Then there's this horrible rumour that's been propagated, as they usually are with rumours. And please don't propagate rumours unless you get them from an official source on this matter. Because everyone claims to have a guy or a friend that works here or there, or they all know, and yet it's always bullshit. I've seen it for a year and a half, it infuriates me. And there was this rumour spreading that people's worlds would be deleted if they weren't within sort of the 6 gigabyte thing, and that's not what any of the documentation says. In fact, even now it sort of pops up the little thing saying, if you are over 6 gigabytes, you may not be able to publish your world. It doesn't say anything about deletion, and neither does the documentation or the press releases, nothing. So, yeah, don't be spreading bullshit. It's not healthy for the ecosystem, frightening people like that. You know, if you spread it, it's your fault as well. I can lower the volume of the music, of course, yeah. Yeah. There, let me just work out where the heck those are set. Right, okay. How's that? Is that better? Bring up a little bit again. There we go. Nice that. Flick back to here. Cool. Oh yay! So what are we on? We've done reload, and now we're gonna go on to report bag. Report bag, that's an icon. Bloody hell. Oh no. And of course it typed drawing lowercase to it. Let's bring that she a drink a sec. My favourite thing of the day today so far, there's an Instagram account called Poppy the Prairie Dog. That absolutely cracks me up because it's this guy who has a pet prairie dog, and every time he shouts Poppy, it sort of reaches its arms up instinctively and makes a little sort of wahoo sound. It's really funny. And today he took a picture of it and posted it on the thread. He took a picture of Poppy sitting next to a mug saying, Poppy for President, Poppy for President, and then it said, make America wahoo again. I just thought that was the best. That was the best thing I've seen all day. I love it. I love people. They're amazing. Okay. So... in the right chevron now, apparently. So I'm just going to focus on this a sec, because I keep losing my thread. Rocket. I think I've worked out why the caps lock figure's kind of failing a little bit. It's because I go after deleting a load of text, I seem to go back to type in the text, and it looks like it's in lowercase. So I hit caps lock and instinctively believe that the action of hitting caps lock would turn caps lock on. That's a fairly straightforward conclusion, you think. But in hitting the caps lock button, what I'm doing is I'm turning caps lock off, and the keys were already lowercase. So it's almost like I've got to sort of triple tap it or double tap it when I do that every time, which is a very strange experience and not good if you're sort of like... It's against your nature in the same way that sort of if I started swapping the keys on your keyboard around and you were going to press the keys the position they were in, that didn't do it, that would throw you off a little bit as well, because you spent so long assuming that pressing caps lock once would turn it on. Mid-slow, Jesus. Okay, so rocket jump. But yeah, definitely is a double tap. That's crazy. Double tap caps. There's a separate shift key, so in that. Crazy. Alright, so Rocky Jump is out of the way and we are onto Shield. I think the worst thing about this is that I know at the moment this task is fruitless. It will not yield results right now because all the names, the custom icons that are in there don't actually seem to be showing separate icons, certainly not on Android at least. I don't own an Apple device, nor would I. I do not believe in Apple. Yeah. Skills and speak. Special. I'll do another TikTok stream later as well, I think in the bath. That went okay last night. And to us this morning I did a TikTok stream. I still don't understand TikTok and the way its algorithm works. Every other platform seems fairly organic. But TikTok is almost like too contrived. It's you start a stream and you'll suddenly get like a really unnatural rush of people coming in, and it's like, what the hell is going on? Why are all these people coming in? It's like literally TikTok as an algorithm is just shoving people into your live stream, which is amazing, but that doesn't last long. And then it can really go any way. But you get some people, your friends list will turn up, which is nice. But then it sort of just seizes up, like sort of 15 to 20 minutes in, and it doesn't send any more people in. I think TikTok is playing in extremis to the game of sort of, right, we're going to basically tell people you're live until a certain point, and then we're not. So we're going to give you a handful of people, then we're not going to do anything at all. And then, we're going to basically starve you out until you have to end the stream. I don't know if that's true, but it definitely feels that way. I actually submitted a bug report at the end of it, because it's just like, basically, no one was going to be into the stream, what the hell. Also, I had a random community violation during the stream. Now, I wasn't playing any music. I couldn't hear anyone else. I'm pretty mindful of my language. So I wonder, is that just someone hitting a button somewhere? Just to spite, I don't know. But again, if that is causing a stream to dry up, then that's a problem. If you... headset switched off. It's another heck. My audio keeps switching off. I don't know how it's detecting idle on that, but special. Yeah, special is definitely one. I'll sort out the alignment afterwards. So the next one after that, we've got shield, we've got speak, we've got special. Sprint. I wanted to get this out of the way tonight because it's a nice boring Tuesday task. What the hell did I just see that was? Sprint, was it? Yeah. Like, painfully slow this type of malarkey. Cram. We've done special sprint. Oh, we're getting close to the end, so okay. Now a million miles away, swap. Yeah, of course, another time sink is that I think I'm typing in caps and I look up and I'm not. Yeah. It's not a SWAT comes swing weapon. Oh, TikTok's banned in your country. How well? TikTok's definitely the flavor of the moment, but I think they're facing so many problems. It's sort of international law, rightly or wrongly. That we'll see where it goes, but every social media platform comes and goes. So they all begin somewhere, and people use them, and then social media platforms are adding AI protection. They're certainly adding AI detection, and I think they have to. They have to, because social media is being used by a lot of groups to influence people into believing things that just simply aren't true. And whatever those groups' aims are, they're all independent, whether it be, for commercial gain, political gain, whatever. It needs some kind of control, because AI is getting good, man. It's getting too good. Like, I spend so much time working with generative algorithms on a daily basis. Like, I'm obsessed, and I see what you can do with it. I really do, and I see the progress that's being made. Like, things that are blowing our minds today, in even 6 months they're going to be way better, and in a year they're going to be way better again. 2 years, oh my god, it's going to be insane. You see the works that they're doing over on sort of like the Suno to generate music based upon a prompt. Incredible. And then you sort of look at sort of what Luma Lab's doing to create sort of movies from static images. You see what sort of various factors are doing with turning either image prompts into 3D models or images into 3D models as well. You look at the work that's going on with generative images, things like DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, Mid-Journey. Some absolutely incredible stuff going on. AI will replace... That's a difficult one to answer, right? And there's a lot of philosophical stuff around that. A lot of it is socio-political. Because if AI takes everyone's jobs, then really AI hasn't taken people's jobs. It's companies have used AI to basically eliminate the need for workforces. And then you end up entering a social structure where potentially people don't need to work, or initially they will work with AIs. But it's a hell of a sci-fi mindset you gotta have to be thinking about this, because if you live in a world where people don't need to work, what the hell do people do? If profit-making organizations are now not paying people to work in companies because they've all been replaced with AIs, then what will become of the human race? And I don't have the answers to that. I really don't. There's a lot of theories, there's a lot of ideals, there's a lot of people waving flags that they think they know the answers. It doesn't frighten me. What's coming is coming. We'll be okay, whatever happens. Not worth worrying about. There was a comet heading towards the Earth, right? It's just not worth worrying about. It's not you do anything about it. Unless you can do something about it, but you can't. That's too late. It might not be a bad thing. It might not be a bad thing. Think of the Industrial Revolution. This is on a kind of different level to that. But with the Industrial Revolution, we took a lot of manual jobs and we automated them. Suddenly they're being done by robots, and a lot of job loss was sort of gone. Machines were doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and big changes. But mankind lived through it. I'm sure there was some uncomfortableness. I wasn't alive during that, obviously, but A lot of people lost their jobs and there's a bit of poverty, etc. But over time, it just moved people onto different kinds of jobs. And now, of course, we're looking at lots more. Now, what's really interesting about the current wave of generative AIs is that I grew up in a generation where, we were asked on exams in various classes, what will AI never replace? What will it never be able to do? What does it lack that humans have? And the answer was sort of creativity, right? Now, you can argue the toss on whether or not AIs possess creativity, and that goes into a whole new subjects around sort of like what is the human brain compared to how an AI works and learns through reinforcement training over time. But we're not going to get into that now because that's a lot of information. I'm still trying to type words in. But done breath and throat. But we are now looking at an age where those exam questions are dead wrong. Dead wrong. They're going after the creative industries. There are companies building AIs to basically... I gotta be careful with my language here. Change the way that creative industries work. Because again, I work with a lot of AIs for image generation, and sure, it means I don't have to go out and take photos of things anymore. I can now ask for whatever I want in the description and get about sort of 8 different versions of it, and then refine that however I want. It means I don't have to go out myself and do any of that. But there are still people that have had to provide the source material for the generatives to be able to do that, which is interesting. So the only way in my mind that you could solve the AI dilemma on the creative stuff, bearing in mind the models have been trained on very often and almost always copyrighted material, be it ChatGPT for the textual stuff, GBT-based ones for the textual stuff, large language models, or all the generative image ones, or even the companies. I'm not sure, I haven't really been keeping up on that. But they've been taking the data, allegedly, from all these copyright sources. They must have been, there's no other way they could do it. But what's not happening, and what should probably be happening, is that when the results are provided, they should contain quotas of how much information was stored from what portions of the model that was trained on what data and from what source. Therefore, for example, you say, generate me an image. You pay a subscription to like DALL-E or whatever. And you say, I want an image of Niagara Falls with a mermaid swimming in it. That's great. Now, perhaps the data that was trained on mermaids and Niagara Falls all came from a certain plot, maybe a certain service or certain photographers or something. And perhaps if you're paying your subscription for sort of X number of tokens to be able to generate these images, well, perhaps the 8 credits that you just used to generate that image, a certain amount of credits should go back to the authors of the data that was used to train the model. And then suddenly, you end up with lots of micro amounts of different things being thrown back at the author. So all these sort of pennies, all these cents, or whatever currency are in these small fractions of a bit like Spotify, kind of. Where when you play a piece of music by an artist, that a fraction of money goes to the recording company and also the artist. But for example, you play that new song by, I don't know, Pharrell Williams, and 1,000 other people play that new song by Pharrell Williams. You add that up and he's actually getting about sort of maybe $1,000 from there every day. I don't know, a complete guess, but I adjust the numbers for taste, obviously. But if you could attribute the sources that went into the model and keep that sort of metadata in there and allow it to all be linked up, so when you get your result, it knows proportionally how much came from where to basically reach that conclusion. And we've seen things like this. There is a large language model out there which Exy showed me some time ago. Exy comes in the White Lotus quite often. I can't remember its name. But you ask it a question much like a ChatGPT, but it'll come back with the answer, but a whole 10 of citations riddled throughout it. So like at the end of every sort of sentence or paragraph, it'll have a little footnote that links back to the original article that information was pretty much slipped from. And that's kind of what I see happening. So I think a lot of these big GPTs and big sort of AIs aren't really advertising where their information is coming from because they don't want to open doors to people suing them. Because here's how that works: if you slipped a whole load of data from this website, and that website made its money from perhaps advertising, so for every advert that was shown to a user that visits the site, for every user that clicks an advert on that site, that's great. But if you're now slurping all that information from those sites and putting it into one GPT and not giving anything back to the authors, they're going to get a little bit upset about that, because now people aren't going to this site anymore and their revenue is going down, and all that time and effort they've put into all that time and effort that goes into sort of like creating and cleaning that information to put it on that site, the hosting fees, all that sort of stuff, even the paying of staff to maintain it and moderate it. You're now taking all that information, all their hard work, slipping that and shoving it into an AI that you're then serving for a different subscription model, and none of that money that people are paying to use that is going back to you, the actual author and maintainer of that information, which is a bit shit, to be honest. I don't like the thought of that, but you know, it is what it is. And I think it needs to mature. AI services need to mature to basically pay their sources. We'll see over time what happens, I guess. I just realised I haven't spelled throw wrong. Oh, right. What climb is it? 3 or 4, guessing. So unholster is the next one. I'm just going to correct the word throw a sec. Apparently, I can't spell throw today. Oh, is this the last one? No way. No, I've got 2 more, surely. I haven't repeated one, I hope. Maybe I counted wrong. Oh, yeah, I did. I was doing a minus calculation. I needed to, it's like fence post logic. I counted 1 and 2 few, so that's not a problem at all. Just got my hopes up. Oh. Keyboard just disappears off with you typing. It's just great. Lovely. So, unholster. The next one is going to be use. That's an easy one. Right. And then the next one, we'll just have to create a clone of this, okay? I'm just going to pull that out to here, and I hope I've got that right. I need to sort of... I need to just stencil this a sec. So if I select that block and that block, and then I'm going to grab this just here, and make sure these lines, as soon as they're lined up... Oh, look, they're not. Fine. So 1, 2, 3, I just unselect that. Then we just pull this across to there. There you go. So we use those 2 blocks just as a stencil to make sure we've maintained the original array, duplicate and its measurements. Otherwise it's going to look a bit skew if we've got one that's just a little bit closer than the others. So that was used, and the last one's going to be world chat. Oh, I can't believe we're done. Kind of. We're done with the typing. Now what I need to do is to go through all the properties, right to left to right, and set them. So I'm just going to bring myself over here a sec. So I can't jump in build mode, which is interesting. They haven't fixed last week's new bug. So I'll start this end. So I'm going to try and remind myself. If I go into more, no, it's under attribute and no, behavior, I'm sorry. Oh, it's not the sphere I want to be editing, it's the trio. Wonder why the option. So the interaction propped icon to the right at the bottom is going to be called world. Which I typed in the word world and just given up on life. That's not good. World chat. Unbelievable. Right, there we go. Cool. And this one's going to be used. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. So, go scroll all the way down each time in these. This is not graceful. That'll be done, and then it's done. Here, unholster. think let's throw. So I'm not more sort of full of beans today, but I did that other row behind me before. And that took a while. This is the same length pretty much. Plus one. With that's a sphere. I don't want a sphere. Interaction prompt icon is going to be swing weapon. This is going to be line swap. I wonder what all the guys are up to right now. I know that Tom and Charlie and Jenny are off building the next place. Can't say anything about it. It's all a big secret. Very excited for that. I love to see people working together. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a lone wolf when it comes to working. I used to love working in a team, but I think I just prefer working on my own to the point where I just don't work in teams anymore. It's nice to have a command of your own projects. Yeah, it's nice to have command of your own projects always. So this is the sprint. Oh, so this is special. Having it cheap, yeah. It's very good. Anyway. It's cool. On to speak with Monday. Hello. I'm just staring into space here because that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we all work pretty hard on this platform. Of course, we don't get paid for it. We don't ask for that, to be honest. It's just fun. But, you know, it's just fun. It's an obsessive, but it's a healthy habit. Kinda. I can name far less healthy habits, put it that way. AI. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So, where was I? I was doing the speak one. Interaction prompt icon. Speak. Use that one. And to shield. Why are these? The disparity in the dialogue size is crazy. Shield. Alright. Off you can shout. This takes me so long. Rocket jumps. That's what it is. Pull the rocket. This one is the right chevron. Right. There you go. The port. Nope. Controller just died on me. Yeah, I think the PCVR has quite a lot of problems that the mobile doesn't. Report bug. Makes the national reload. This pictures. Punch. TUI. In the round. Calls. We got 3 left now. Sorry, let me just tilt the camera around. So we got 3 left now, and then we're done with the slap trap. We can move on. So mesh scroll was the next one. I'm just gonna bring that up as well. We'll just do them all in one go. Right, okay. Really fancy watching a movie. That's one of the coolest things about the Quest 3. You can just, unfortunately, if you watch a movie in here, you sort of turn into a spinning coin, which is not good. I'd like Meta to sort of change that at some point. Yeah, I think there's definitely a matter of professional pride at play there. When you're being paid to do something, it does take it from being a hobby to, well, you're producing something of certain standards and quality. That's definitely valid, mate. I wouldn't, but again, I don't work for money on here. I never have. I find that money tends to ruin relationships, especially if you work with the wrong people or you're not clear about the terms. Because you have to almost do it under actual formal business agreements with contracts. Otherwise, you just get people will sign you up to do something, and they think that means they own you for life. It doesn't. You have to basically agree that, you know, for a nominal fee, you'll be undertaking some work from point A to point B. As future changes or support or fixtures to that will incur additional costs. You're not basically buying someone for life. Stop being cheeky. You know, it's just the way the way business works. But yeah, I've never charged them for money, nor made money, nor paid anyone in here. And to be honest, you reserve any further judgment now. But I just don't think the platform's completely ready for it. There's no digital rights management in here, as far as I'm aware, which means anything you make could be just lifted by someone else. Hi there, Lucas. You're right. Yeah, there's for example, if I spent 8 hours, 20 hours making some kind of basketball game or something in here, if I then gave that to a friend and they had an editor on their world, that editor could come in and basically clone that game and then pass it off as their own, or even worse, just try and sell it to people. And there's been a bit of that in the past, like scamming. If anyone ever tries to charge you for stuff in Horizon Worlds, you better make sure you know that person very well. Like, you know, just check out their capabilities, because so many people steal things that they can't make themselves, and they end up sort of hustling it. And that's just, yeah, no, that should come with some serious penalties. Of course, idiots would disagree with me on that one, because they've probably done it themselves. That's an allegation. Mouse right. And there's mouse left. Yeah, I mean, loyalty's loyalty at the end of the day. Fallout all the time, and people fall out all the time, and they they turn on people, and it is a thing that does happen. I see it. Luckily, I've never turned on people, nor had anyone that I know of turn on me, which is good. But I do try my best to treat people with respect. But I think when you're entering into a business agreement, that's where you need contracts. Because if you do something on an honour basis, there's actually no legal bindings there to get that done. If you pay someone money to go and build you something and there's no contract, if they take your money and run off, or they give you sort of a few squares and go, that is the build, you don't really have any recourse because you didn't make them sign an agreement or a contract. You can't really hold them to anything. They are legally compelled to run off, and a lot of people will. They'll just decide you've had enough and then disappear. It does happen. I was like that, but it's just quite a lot of them. Okay. That's nice. Great, so that segment is done. Now, I'm gonna quickly hit Republic. Ooh, first thing, have a look in the script window because I want to see if there's any more quick wins I can plan. Not so much for putting in tonight. I think I'll be limited on time. It is 8:03. I've got a bit more work to do. I'm gonna pop into the Lotus at some point because I need to work on that. I suffered a bit of an issue with that earlier. I went to make some changes and half of the very important part of the map disappeared, and then I tried restoring from backup because there's a backup feature in Horizon World. If you screw up, you can restore your map to like yesterday or the day before or sort of 5 hours ago or whatever. You can do that. But I just don't understand why the mess had happened. And why Endo didn't bring it back. Just nothing made sense to me. I got theories, but I just don't have anything concrete. A bit annoying, but it is what it is. But that's what backup's there for. We'll see if that's paid off. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna pull out a script thingy. And then we're gonna have a look in script commands. Ay, come on now. My link's just spazzing it, so bear with me. Decided to just shake me around like I'm on a sinking boat. Nope, there we go, we're back. That doesn't happen in the standalone experience. If I use cable, it doesn't happen. It's just something with Airlink. Sometimes the Wi-Fi gets busy and it just decides to take me on a little sort of 2-minute ride somewhere. I did see someone crop up here and here. Trigger grip animation for player. I wonder what that means. On player, trigger grip animation, and then I've got fire. Trigger grip animation. I'm going to quickly Google this, right? Because this is a brand new command, and I don't know what the hell fire means. Like, grip animations? What the hell does that mean? Like, either it's documented and I just haven't seen it or heard of it. I sort of like, so it's probably as usual the easy way out. Someone has posted about it on Discord or something. I am not a fan of Discord. Like, Discord serves its purpose, but it's mostly just arguing people. I haven't got time for that. Good check. And trigger a grip animation fire. Oh, here we go. Create grapple entities for web and mobile. Trigger grip animation code. Oh. There are 2 animation names, fire and reload. Okay. That's useful to know. So there's only 2 at the moment. Different avatar poses will play different animations. Ooh. That's choice. Okay, soon a bit. So the grabbables that I've got over here And the animations come with a fire and a reload each. That's very interesting. Look at that. The grab or aim property, set the aim direction. Use the grab or aim property to specify the direction the weapon points when it's held. Without this defined direction, the weapon is driven by animation, which leads to unpredictable results. Grab or aim property. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. So, grab, aim, position, rotation relates only to projectile launches that are owned by the player. Ensure to... Right. That's interesting. Let me just have a little look. So these are the pose blocks. Let me just run back to you, hike and jump. Four times. See, idling, but it's not. So avatar poses. So what I'm going to do here.
move from side to side. We gon' make you lose all inside your mind. Oh, we gon' get you through this just for one more high. So baby, let's orbit tonight. We gon' make you move from side to side. We gon' make you lose all inside your mind. Oh, we gon' get you through this just for one more high. So baby, let's orbit tonight.
We've justified our sin, and we're gonna take you on a ride till we find answers within. Location not here, in shadows we all disappear. Hold on, switch gears, we're gone as fast as we appeared. No more. You're still in someday. You and I after all. You and I after all. Boy, no more. You're still in someday. You and I after all. We're gonna love someday.
Audio cut again. Oh, that's frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. These headphones are shit. No, these headphones are really bad. I started to hate them. I can be sat here like doing an entire tutorial and then they'll beep just randomly. They'll just decide that they want to go to sleep. They'll decide that's it. I'm getting really annoyed by technology recently just idling itself out. It's like whether it's TikTok determining that it just wants to end my stream after 15 minutes because it's not putting any people in there, right? Which is bollocks. Like, I'm doing a build tutorial, do you mind? But yeah, that's why I'm kind of keeping TikTok short and sweet, to be honest. Focus, strikes, 20 minutes, full attention, and switch it off. YouTube and Twitch have basically done it properly. They allow you to just stream without some judgy ass piece of software just going, oh, you're not getting people watching. So this is wonderful, that actually works. So yeah, all these icons are exactly the same though. I would say that. Alright, I can leave that there for now. On terms of that. So the other thing I need to go back to now, the crowd simulation I was working on last night. Are they the silly ones? They're not silly ones, no, they're bloody Arctis. I had a wide pair of Arctis once. They were amazing, but these ones were really expensive and they're not good. The audio input is bad, but it's really low and it's like, oh yeah, install their Sonar Steel Series crap. Did that and it literally just stopped everything from loading, so I don't know what the hell was in that. So I just uninstalled them. I'm not having dodgy software, which is just bloatware on my PC and fuck that. But like, yeah, no, it's just I can have the microphone right, like almost inside my mouth, and it's still registering quite low, and there's nothing I can seem to do about it. Just it doesn't matter. I mean, screw it. They're comfortable. They're comfortable for long periods, and they work admirably enough. I say you can hear me clearly. That tells me all I need to know. But just this idle timeout bullshit is not fun. Yeah, because of the free rootkit, they usually do, don't they? But then again, got bloody TikTok Studio installed, so I'm one to talk. But we'll see how that goes. Long live OBS. Long live OBS. So, I'm going to switch across now to a different world, so I've just published that. So that's got the latest updates in now. It's mobile/web interaction reference. That I made it for me, I gotta be honest. But it's one of these things that if someone else finds it useful, well, great, it was worth it. And also, it's very interesting to see just in the test scenario if all these little options that I set, are they fully functioning yet? I'm finding the answer to be kinda. The icons. Yes, the rootkits. There were 4 albums, I remember, which there were four albums from over-commercialised pop stars who didn't even write their own songs and, dare I say, probably didn't even sing them. And they came out and had some stubborn Mickeys on them. 2005 sounds about right, yeah. And that caused some major sort of controversy. But again, they weren't from sort of artists. I say artists, I use the term loosely. They weren't from faces on the front of albums that, to be honest, I would have bought and you can buy anyway. A lot of popular musicians come out these days, and I gotta be honest, I'm just not into them. It's just been picked up from somewhere and pushed into the limelight by record companies. Oh, I just noticed actually I've got a bit of tidying up to do over here. I haven't, no, let me just quickly do this, though, I'm going to forget. So, just the labels need to be moved upwards. I'm sorry, I'm not usually so sloppy. I shall lie, I am, totally am. Do you know what? I haven't drank coffee since about February. In certain ways I feel better. And in other ways, I really don't. Like, since I gave up drinking coffee, my sleeping patterns have been terrible. Also, a lot of other things as well, but has it helped my constant worrying about things? Possibly. And I just don't really worry too much about things anymore. Used to be a chronic worrier, you know? It was like pathological worrier. Everything. Skyfall from then, but now just whatever. My wealth all day. Okay. I think we were just talking about if asteroids hit the Earth. Is there any point worrying about it? No. It's happening. Can't do anything about it. It's all Zen trading, I swear. It's Alan Watts. It's the whole sort of Zen mindset. I just spent too much time realizing that sort of like, in a positive light, everything is kind of pointless. It just is. Like, life is whatever meaning you attach to it. But, you know, on you go. As long as you recognise that. There really is no point to life. I'm sorry if that sounds depressing. It's not. It's, you know, if your purpose and you decide is to have as much fun as you can while you're alive, go nuts. If it's not, if it's to stay safe, go nuts. If it's to save money, go nuts. If it's to spend money, go nuts. If it's to your end trying to convince people that 2 + 2 = 5, go nuts. If it's to take up formal language, go nuts. Just nothing matters. Might as well have fun while we're here. Alright, Jay. Right. Yes. One more publish, and then let's get out of here before I start spotting other things. Oh yeah, me. Okay, so that's mobile/web interaction reference. I'll come back and add more as it goes. 2 + 2 for very big rise, 2 very small rise, 5, oh god. I mean, yeah, again, fine. Go nuts. The sky is green. Wonderful. Okay. Great. I'm just going to end the video by putting up a screen a sec just to advertise what this world is called. Just for the benefit of anyone stopping by the the doodah. It'll just be there for a few seconds. It's a mobile/web interaction graph. It's a really boring name for a really boring world, which I made for me and no one else. Although, if anyone else finds it useful, go nuts. So now we're going to move on to the crowd simulation one just in the last 10 minutes. I don't really want to do much here. I just want to sort of clean up and take the animation off. But I have a lot of plans for this. This is something I've been putting off for a very, very long time. And it turned out in a brief 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes last night. I actually just cracked it. I was thinking about it too much, that's the problem. I really want to show you some of the other builds that I'm working on, but you're going to have to wait. They're very exciting, including the new remodel of the White Lotus, which, by the way, is mostly in my head right now. That's a full confession. But I have a lot of different assets lying around in different worlds that I've developed over the last 6 months that I need to hack together and bring together, and it's going to create something quite special. It's not going to change the overall format of the Lotus. It's one of those things, same but different. I don't know how you quantify that one. Same but different. Yeah, it's basically it's level 2. But I'm having issues with the development of it, which actually I'll bring you with me in a sec. I do need to quickly pop in on that and see if I've completely fucked it up. I got backups, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. But I did make a change and I really ballsed it up. It went so wrong, but I can't give you any clues, because if I show you the components, it won't be like a pow, when it actually goes live. And I want it to be a nice surprise for people. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hop into the Lotus build, come out, and then I'll bring you with me into Crowd Sim. No, to like a fun way around. Right, here we go. Right guys, this is crowd simulation. So the moment we've got a uniform simulation. It is janky as shit. For that I make absolutely no apologies. This is a very simple trick. It's not It's not, if any of you guys have worked with sort of IK rigging before, it is not that. It's something far simpler. However, we're going to emulate it in the simplest way possible. You may have seen I released a dance model, a dance video last night. Dance around some Linkin Park. This was in this world. I've used a few cop-outs because it got to quite late last night and I had to go to bed. So we're not done here. We're really not done here. This is going to get very exciting. But to be honest, in the last 5 minutes, I'm probably just going to open up the Lotus now in just a sec. So let me just get Pies and Worlds running a sec over here. I would just say, look, great. So yeah, this is crowd simulation. So my initial prototype, Crazy and Alt. People have done stuff like this, but they've made their models quite rich. I'm going for basic, I'm going for volume, I'm going for silhouette. So the fewer objects I can get away with, fewer triangles, sorry, let me get my words out right. The fewer triangles, the less geometric complexity I can get away with, the better. Because what I want to do with this is going to get mental. It's going to be like, I mean, I'll give you a demo now. This is a mostly empty world, but if I drop this down to player settings, that's 8 players. The problem is once you start having these sorts of animations in, you can really very quickly max out your capacity. So you've got to be a little bit wise as to how you do this. What I'm going to do actually first is I'm going to there's things in here which are not right, okay? So for example, I've used manual animations on the hands and also the bodies. That cannot happen, right? That pre-recorded animation is expensive. It's fine to use on little isolated things, but once using a sort of a manually recorded, dragged out sort of animation, it is heavier than just what I'm going to be doing. Which is, I don't want to give away any secrets. But there's going to be a few little tricks for what's coming. It's going to be very, very exciting. But you can see the hands are sort of, because I'm using pre-recorded animations as well as some scripted stuff. Unfortunately, what you're seeing is actually zero variance, which means they're all moving exactly the same, which is not what the end result's going to be. There's going to be more randomness, because we like a bit of chaos, don't we? 2 seconds. Make sure that's not done. Just duplicate this. So we're just going to make an entire bloody field of these little guys. I should probably pause this animation before I do this, but don't worry too much. Yeah, look at this. It's because the copy and paste of the animation is just being horrendously slow. So if I just go here, and then I'm gonna, wow, that's really maxed out, isn't it? Oh, half the capacity, look at that. And I can believe why as well. And I think in doing that has distorted some origins. So that is having a moment. It's having a moment. Okay, great. So, I want little name tags above their heads as well, so I'm going to have to randomly generate their names. That'll be cute. I'm just going to come up with a big list of names. Just randomly assign them as we go, and every time we unload, we're just going to stick different names of people above their heads, and they might be real people. I don't know. Okay, so if I just come down here, yeah, the art of crowd simulation. The art of effective crowd simulation. Let me just stop and start this 7 minutes leave, so we've got stuff at the back there, which is not so good. Oops. Come on, dude. What the hell? In. Again, that's more like it. Woo. So let's just move you back. Do that angle. So the art of effective crowd simulation, sit within Horizon Worlds and using these automatically network synced animations, which is a bit of a bother, of course. This is where we need the ability to sort of set animations to be offline, not synced. because then we can do a lot more with them. They don't need to. They can be far more performant. Look at the performance difference between well-used sort of particle factories in both banter and also Horizon Worlds with the music notes when people actually use them properly, which they don't very often. It's very, very smooth, with well-performing particle emissions, because they're not envisioning network syncing the particles, which is why every person joins in a level, they see the particles start generating from the point they come in. That's an important thing to note. You can, in bigger particle gen technologies, have like a pre-warm-up where it'll try and predict where particles would have been if it had been running the simulation for a little while. But yeah, not in here. But again, moving away from the digital, having every single bloody object network synced. Yeah. But this sort of technique, I'm keeping it at separate bodies only again to further drive the capacity down. I kind of would like to put rudimentary legs in. That would be another, let's say, potentially three anchor points. They could be calculated, but the shoulders have actually used reference objects, and I've used text dots because texts have no geometric capacity to them, I believe, because they're just the text, right? It's not like they're a cube. They have 12 individual sort of triangles to them. Yeah, I quite like this effect, but once I random this up a bit more, you'll see why this is on the path to becoming something quite unique, and I really look forward to showing you. Right, it is now 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to open up the Lotus, guys. I'm gonna kill the stream, probably start another one in a bit. I'll give it a rest. Actually, I'm just gonna take a break from the stream, but thank you everyone for watching and turning up. We'll end this here now. My brain. I think I need beer or something. I drink too much beer. I need to stop drinking beer. Why am I being invited there? No. Okay. Let me kill the streams, and I'll see you guys in the Lotus in just a moment. If you're joining me, if you don't know how to join me, get yourself over to horizon.messy.com and search for the White Lotus. You will find it. Okay, cheer it. Okay, Twitch. No, Instagram down. Twitch down. YouTube and